Okay, so today we're gonna go into a little bit deeper now. So you were able to watch that documentary. You were able to kind of understand the big picture of how the formation of Earth happened, and you're looking at how everything kind of went into play when the Earth started or the crust started moving, when the plates started moving. So there is a lot of things to look at. So you're gonna go in today and kind of try to get that a little bit more. But it is kind of an interesting piece because this is one of the topics I find interesting in here because you kind of get to see the correlation between things that happen today with what has happened in the past. All right, so just out of this documentary or out of this file, okay, you're going to go into Google Classroom again, and then under this lesson 10, and then you're going to find this worksheet over here. So essentially what you want to do is that, and you're going to go about it a little bit differently. You're going to kind of ask yourselves these questions. You're going to go in, you're going to kind of understand a little bit more. So first thing is that I want you guys to go click on this newspaper article. It's quite an interesting article, and it's going to go back and look at a massive earthquake that happened a few years ago in Nepal. And I want you to answer these two questions that are here, okay, to kind of get a first glimpse of going, huh, this is there, right? Plate tectonics are quite impressive when they do move. So what does that look like overall? Overall, so I really want you to kind of pay attention to that and really see what that looks like from that perspective as well. Okay, so we really don't get to see that here in Canada, but maybe other parts of the world it's something to have a look. Okay. Next thing that you're going to do, so here there's a nice little video that kind of shows a really interesting piece on why and I mean the title kind of says it all, right? So watch the video to have a better understanding of what tectonic plates are. So again, it'll kind of just show you the evolution and the movement and stuff. As much as the documentary went into massive information, this is kind of just bringing it down so you can kind of have a better piece of information there. And it's also a go-to. So I kind of like those little shorter videos as well. So here, what I want you to do is you have the explanation pages here from your textbook. So you can see here, you click on there, and then it gives me that information. So you have access to that. So I want you to go find wherever you want to find it, anywhere, in terms of what this looks like. Okay, so it'll be important to go find those somewhere. So what I want you to do is that I want you to go find and understand what these mean. Okay, they are written in your textbook, but it's kind of important to see what that looks like. And then I want you to go find pictures and insert pictures of what these look like. Okay, and it's kind of it's super interesting. If we're going to talk about divergent plate movement, what does that look like? Go find a photo that explains or that it shows what that divergent plate movement is. Okay, like a real life photo. That'll be quite interesting to see. So go find a photo, go find a real life photo that'll kind of explain that. So I want you to do the same for number 2, number 3, number 4. So here you just insert these photos. Okay. So it's really neat way for you to kind of see what that looks like. So if we're going to mention that in class, I'm going to say, okay, show me a subduction phenomenon. Okay. I want you to kind of be able to identify and say, yeah, that happened or that formation happened because of that. So please, that's what I want you guys to do in this piece here. And then the final piece, here are some interesting questions, just that they're also in your textbook, but I just want you to kind of go understand a little bit more. And again, it's a deeper dive. Okay, so that'll be an important piece to look at. So we're looking at plate tectonics. We're looking at what that looks like, what they do, and every movement that a plate. So divergent, convergent plate movement have different effects, and they'll have different impacts on our physical landscape, and that's what we need to do. Okay, so if we look at these expectations, okay, essentially, we want to better understand the consequence of these plates, and if to better understand them, we need to know what they are. Okay, and then to be able to obviously explain the process as well. Okay, so go in, take a deep dive, and have that big box thinking. Try to think as a geographer and keep asking those questions in order for you to better understand what this looks like. All right, best of luck.